All right, so today we're diving into a game a lot of us know and love, Mahjong, but we're looking at it through a really specific and honestly, game-changing lens. We're going to explore a system that was built to solve a problem that I think we've all faced on game night, confusing rules. This is all about the system that brought some much-needed order and a whole new level of strategy to Mahjong for tons of Western players.
I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? You sit down for a fun, friendly game, and all of a sudden, you realize everyone at the table has a completely different idea of how to play. That exact feeling, that confusion, is pretty much where the story of this particular Mahjong system begins.
For a lot of folks playing Mahjong in the West, this wasn't just some small argument over house rules. See, as the game spread from its origins, it didn't always come with one single standard rulebook, and that led to a pretty big mix-up. As Mahjong got more and more popular, a standard set of rules just didn't travel with it. What that meant was the way you played at one person's house could be totally different from the game happening right next door. And you can imagine that led to a whole lot of confusion and inconsistency.
This right here really hits the nail on the head. It points out that even the people who were considered experts couldn't agree on one single way to play. So without some kind of official guide, players were just left trying to piece together the game from a patchwork of conflicting advice. It was a mess. So how do you possibly solve a problem like that? Well, as it turns out, two players decided to just take matters into their own hands and create the kind of clarity that everybody was craving. And the answer came from these two players, Patricia A. Thompson and Betty Maloney. They didn't just write another guide. They created two books that worked together: The Game of Mahjong Illustrated and The Mahjong Player's Companion. Together, they formed this single, unified system designed specifically with Western players in mind. And you know, their goal was crystal clear right from the get-go. Right there in the introduction, they say their whole purpose was to establish a definite set of rules. Why? So everyone could finally get on the same page and, just enjoy the game. But here's the thing. They did way more than just standardize the rules. They actually adapted the game itself, creating a very distinct Western version that has a totally different focus and feel. Okay, so check this out. This chart really breaks down the huge difference here. Look at the objective. In a lot of traditional Chinese versions, the goal is just to be the first one to win. It's a race. It's fast-paced. But with Thompson and Maloney, the objective completely shifts. It's less about speed and way more about strategy, about patiently building these really complex, high-scoring special hands. Their whole philosophy was built around this one idea: variety is the spice of life. So, instead of having just a few standard ways to win, their system gives you this huge catalog of unique, special hands to go after. And that focus on variety is what makes the game so strategic and keeps it fresh every single time you play.
And it's really important to get that this whole system wasn't just created out of thin air. It was a direct response to what players were actually asking for. As the foreword says, they were thirsting for even greater variety. And this system, well, it delivered exactly that.
Okay, so if this more strategic version sounds like your kind of thing, you're probably wondering, how do you actually use these books? Well, they're designed to be a complete toolkit that works together, taking you from a total beginner to a strategist, one step at a time. It's actually a really smart, logical process. You start with The Game of Mahjong Illustrated. Think of this as your foundation. It teaches you the absolute basics: the setup, the tiles, the core rules. Then, once you've got that down, you move on to The Mahjong Player's Companion. This is like your playbook, a massive catalog of all those exciting and challenging special hands you can now try to build. But hold on, with so many new hands to learn, where do you even begin? I mean, it could be a little overwhelming, right? Well, they thought of that. They created the perfect entry point, the shortlist. This is a hand-picked selection of the most popular and pretty straightforward hands designed to get you started and help you build up your confidence.
And honestly, one of the best things about this whole system is just how clear it is. Every single special hand is laid out visually, just like this. There's no guesswork. You can see exactly what tiles you need, which makes it incredibly easy to learn and to reference right in the middle of a game.
So the big question is, who is this system really for? Is it for the hardcore tournament players, for absolute beginners, or for someone in between? And this is really the beauty of it. It's built for pretty much everyone. If you're new to the game, it's a super clear, illustrated guide. If you're an experienced player, it opens up this whole new world of strategy and variety. It's perfect for families who just want one set of rules so they can stop arguing, and it's even designed to help you teach the game to a new generation.
At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Thompson and Maloney created a system that bridges the gap. It makes the game accessible and deeply replayable for absolutely everyone, whether you're picking up the tiles for the very first time or the 1,000th time.
So when you think about it, what Thompson and Maloney created wasn't just another rulebook. It's really a philosophy for playing a game, a recipe that's been carefully designed to amp up the variety, deepen the strategy, and just maximize the fun. And it kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? Isn't that what we're all looking for on game night?